Okay, guys. Again, being a novice here, this is the way that I came up with my measuring thing. So I've measured from this jaw to this jaw, and it reads the same as far as the dial is concerned. But when I take the same reading on this jaw to this jaw, it's slightly different. So in other words, if I zero this on this jaw right now, and I spin it 180 degrees, then it puts me back on 0. You guys can't see that, but puts me back on 0. So then when I spin it to here, it shows that it's 1/1000ths off here, and I spin it to the other 180 degrees and it's 1/1000ths off there as well. So in the past, that's telling me that I don't have this thing clamped in here exactly, but as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I can tell, or that I know, that I'm still centered with the spindle, that this thing is spinning concentrically to the spindle. So that being said, I've got my jaws as tight as I want to get them, because I do not want to break my teeth on this thing. I suppose if I wrapped it with copper or some sort of sheet metal of some sort or whatever, shim stock, then I could probably get a little bit better reading on this whole thing. But this is what I've come up with. I think it's going to work. So like I said, let's just go for it and see what happens. So I have to obviously just barely take out, I don't know, it's probably a few tenths, to be honest with you, to get this thing to allow me to slide the shaft back in there. So again, my tool holder that I use to hold my gauges. So we'll just set this stuff up out of here, out of the way. Come on, get back in there. Okay. Alright, set up my boring bar again. And hopefully this will be successful. And my little modification to my Little Southbend will be complete. Alright, so the hard part is setting this thing back up in here. And I don't know if my light is going to, there's the edge of my light, there's my light right there. Don't want that to be in the way, but I need to get a little bit more light on here if I can, because I've got to set my boring bar accordingly. Alright, so on my dial, it's reading 20. I don't feel like getting out my thing and zeroing that thing, because I know if it's on 20, then that's where I need to start from. So that's what we're going to do. Now that I'm looking at it, I think that's going to be too much, way too much. I think 25. I think 25 might be closer, but I'm going to set it on 30 here on the dial and see if it touches. And I don't think that it will right now, and that's what I'm after. I do not want it to touch right now. So we'll make sure everything is clear. This will go in there without hitting anything. I'm looking at my jaws to make sure they don't hit my carriage here, and everything is good. So yeah, it's not touching right now, which is exactly what I want. So I'm going to move this out. Literally at a 1,000th at a time. Because if it hits at 1,000th, then obviously I'm going to be taking 2,000ths off of the inside diameter, and I think that with this thing hitting, I think that's what I'm going to need is 2,000ths off of the diameter to begin with. So I'm still not touching yet, so let's just keep going. I've moved it in 5,000ths or 10,000ths on the part if I were turning. It hasn't touched yet. It's 12,000ths. Barely got a little nick right there. Just ever so slight. You guys can probably hear that. Just taking it off of one side. Okay, so I'm leaving my dial exactly where it is. Bring this out. Turn that off. Give a little cleaning. See what happens here. Okay. It just barely wants to start. But that's exactly what I'm looking for. That's how Razor dials things in. And it takes me forever and a day to do it this way, but it works. What can I say? It works. Okay, so I'm going to move it another 1,000th on the dial. If I wind up with 1,000th of play, then I think that'll be just fine. Okay, so check it again. Oh man, look at that. Bob is your uncle. Hey Chuck, how do you think? What do you think? Man, that is it. That is absolutely perfect. There's no slop in that whatsoever, but yet it spins freely. So, hallelujah. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. I am so stoked right now. That is very cool. There's maybe, I don't know, a half thousandths play in there because it's wiggling just ever so slightly when I pull it out a little bit. But when I put it up to the thing, it's like, it's solid. There's no movement whatsoever. So that is very cool. That's exactly what I was after, you guys. So, woohoo! Razor pulled it off. So I'm very, very stoked about that. So we'll take this out, and there you go, you guys. One spinning gear with the bushing in there, and as you can see, it spins nice. If I put a touch of oil in there, I'll bet you it'll even spin better. Oh my goodness. There you go. That's it. I'm totally stoked. That's very cool. That is very cool. Put some oil in that thing, and man, she's just like butter. Look at that. That thing is just like butter. So very cool. Now I can put my lathe together and spin my threads for my shear. So that's it, guys. I'm totally stoked, man. I mean, look at that thing. That is just sweet, if I say so myself. So, all right, you guys. Well, there you go, man. Another success at Razorworks. Like I said, it's probably unorthodox in the way that I do things, but hey, the end result is that there it is. And I mean, it is gnat's ass, you guys. There is just, I mean, there is just ever so slight a movement in there. And now I can go ahead and rig this back up to my machine. You know, because like I said, I made this, the shaft that this is riding on also. And, you know, so that being said, let's see if I can grab my Allen wrench. Because the nut on the rear is a tad bit tight right now for some reason. So let's see here. If I can grab my Deburn Allen wrench. There we go. Okay, and then now my nut on the rear is loose. So, but yeah, there you go, guys. Again, that thing is just like butter. So I am totally stoked right now. So again, like I said, you know, I hope you guys enjoy watching, you know, a novice work. This is really, you know, I'm thinking, okay, well, let's try this and let's try that and let's do this and let's do that. I messed around with mechanical things literally my entire life, so I just have a way of like figuring stuff out. My math skills absolutely suck. You can ask Randy about that. Half the time I spent up there this last weekend, he's explaining to me, you know, how to read a DRO. But like I said, the bottom line is that, you know, I set out to do something and I kind of think it through, and here we go. This is the end result. So, you know, I'm very, very pleased with the way this thing turned out. So I may have to put another shim or something back here to line this up to get it to engage into my gear train, because this space right here, that my flange on there might not be thick enough. So if that's the case, I'll just put a washer or something in there in the meantime and spread that out or space it out. So time to put this baby together. So you guys, again, you know, I just want to thank everyone for coming to my channel and you know, giving me the time to watch, you know, my videos. Your comments are very encouraging and uplifting, and it just motivates me to just keep on keeping on. So that being said, you guys, just again, you know, thank you so much for supporting me. And if you guys like these kind of videos, then you know, I've always got something to do here at Razorworks. So between myself, my jobs, and other jobs that come in, you know, I'm gonna stay pretty busy. So anyway, again, thanks for you guys' support, and you guys be safe out there, and I will be back with showing this thing put together. So until then, everyone take care.